Now that WrestleMania 42 is over, here are my early SummerSlam 2026 match card predictions for Minnesota. Let's get into it. I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk happening at this event. This would be one of the main events of SummerSlam, either night one or night two. Match between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk was teased on the Raw after WrestleMania 42 episode in their segment where they kind of teased a future title match against one another. I know some fans have said this could happen at WrestleMania 43, but personally, I think it is more likely for SummerSlam. Either way, WWE will probably save Punk versus Rhodes for a big pay-per-view, so I think it's probably either SummerSlam or WrestleMania 43. As of now, my gut says that it will be at SummerSlam. I think that this would be a really good match, and I think it's definitely something that WWE can build towards. That they're going to want to do some big matches, especially with this being a two-night show. So I think CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes would make a ton of sense for one of the for the world title. And yeah, I'm going with Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk at SummerSlam. Okay, so the other main event, I am going with Roman Reigns versus Oba Femi. It feels pretty clear that Roman Reigns and Oba Femi are eventually going to face off. WWE's obviously super high on Oba Femi based on him beating Brock Lesnar. I expect Oba to kind of be moving into the main event scene in WWE and start facing kind of some of the top guys over this next year. So Roman Reigns versus Oba Femi is either a match they can do at WrestleMania 43 or a match they can do at SummerSlam. Just like I kind of mentioned about CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, they could do that at WrestleMania or they could do it at SummerSlam. I am going to go with it happening at SummerSlam, like I said, for Punk versus Rhodes. That's just kind of my gut feeling right now. I have other matches for both Roman and Oba at WrestleMania 43, so it feels like SummerSlam is the more likely option to me at least. And if this match does happen at SummerSlam, I expect this to have some sort of screwy finish, meaning that both Roman and Oba will not lose the match cleanly, so either of them won't lose the match cleanly. I expect there to be some outside interference or something like that, something that kind of protects both guys, and then they save the rematch so for a later date, because I just think both are top guys that WWE is going to want to protect. So as of now, I'm going with Roman Reigns versus Oba Femi as one of the main events, and I think that would be a really good match. Okay, so up next, I'm going with Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley. So Tiffany Stratton is from Minnesota, where this event is taking place. So I kind of feel like it makes a ton of sense to put the hometown girl on this card in some form. She's usually around the women's title picture, so I think this is a no-brainer spot to put her in. So I'm going with Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley. This is just kind of based on their current brands. We'll wait and see on this if anything changes there. But yeah, I think that Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea would be a good match. And I think Tiffany gets a women's championship match. So that's why I'm going with Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley. Okay, so I'm going to go with Liv Morgan versus AJ Lee. So with Judgment Day by her side, I expect Liv Morgan to go on a pretty lengthy title reign here. I don't expect her to drop the title before SummerSlam, so I think she's going to walk into SummerSlam as the women's champion. As for her opponent, I'm going to go with AJ Lee. I feel like a Liv Morgan versus AJ Lee feud could be really fun, and it'd be kind of something different, something we've never seen. So I think WWE will probably book that for this SummerSlam event. That is my early guess. And if it doesn't happen at SummerSlam, it might happen at one of the upcoming pay-per-views before it. But as of now, I'm going with Liv Morgan versus AJ Lee. Okay, so I'm going to go with Bron Breakker versus Seth Rollins here. As of recording this, they are currently feuding, and it looks like they're going to be facing off by SummerSlam. I expect them to have faced off a few times, but I think what's going to happen is SummerSlam is going to be the final match of their kind of series. So I kind of expect them to trade wins over the next few months at pay-per-views, and then this will lead to one final match at SummerSlam. I think this is a feud that warrants that. Maybe they add some sort of stipulation like a Hell in a Cell or a last man standing match, something like that, something to officially close the feud. And yeah, I think that Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker are going to be facing off at this event, and I think that it's going to be a stipulation match that closes the feud for good. Okay, there you have it. Those are some early match card predictions for SummerSlam 2026. Let me know what matches you think are going to happen in the comment section. Also, would love to hear from you what you think of any of the match ideas that I have. If you think some of these matches will end up at WrestleMania 43, if you think they'll happen at SummerSlam or before this event, let me know. Would love to hear from you. And please subscribe to this channel for more WWE predictions. And yeah, thanks for watching.